So we're laying on our back, feet are as wide as the mat. Go ahead. One day you can meet him. And bring your knees in towards each other. Put your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly. And I know some of you have to leave early, and that's fine. Do what you gotta do. And just start to breathe. So fill up the space between your abdomen and your hand and your chest and your hand. Relax the shoulders, gaze to the tip of the nose, and internal gaze. Your eyes can be softly closed. And just begin to slow down. You know, we've all, whatever happens in the morning, or there's kids or dogs or, you know, classes or walks, this is your moment to just kind of soften and surrender and come into some stillness and peace and just start to connect. So connect to your breath, connect to the spaces in the body. So again, fill up the space between your hand and your abdomen, fill up the space between your chest and your hand. And then feel the breath through the middle as it expands across the rib cage. Take a few rounds right here, just settling in. Start to close your eyes and go inward a little bit deeper. Continue to breathe with this full breath as you bring your right arm into a cactus position. So still breathing against the left hand. And then bring your left arm into a cactus position. The knees are going to stay the same. The breath is going to stay the same. Notice as you open your arms if there's a little more arching in the lower back. And just draw your ribs down a little bit so that you don't have an excessive arch in your back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now inhale, stretch your arms straight over your head. Stretch your legs or open up your legs and take the soles of the feet together. Keep the knees wide. You could be supported by blocks under each of your thighs. The heels don't have to be close to the groin. Just find them with a nice long stance away from the groin. But as the arms reach up, the back wants to arch again. So draw the bottom ribs down towards the hips. You don't need to really, take full contraction anywhere. Just think about a little bit of movement downward in the rib cage. Keep the arms extended. 2 more breaths here in Supta Baddha Konasana, upward facing cobbler's pose or supine. And then begin to stretch your legs straight out in front of you. So the arms and the legs both reach away from your center point with the longest amount of space that you can come up with. And again, the ribs tuck down underneath you. To soften the glutes, just bring the ribs down. And just reach the entire right side of your body a little bit longer out of the waist. And then bring the entire left side of the body a little bit longer. Return to the center. Reach your arms and legs away from each other, and then let your arms rest down by your side with the palms facing up and the hips splaying open. Good. Bend your knees. Bring yourself over to your right side. Bring your left arm on top of your right arm and just rest for a moment in this fetal pose, and then bring yourself all the way up to sitting in a cross-legged position. So move the flesh from underneath your sitting bones and cross your legs a little bit more so that the ankles or the feet are underneath the knees as opposed to just crossing at the ankles. If you have blocks, keep them nearby always. Stretch the arms overhead with inhale. Lean over to the right side as you exhale. Inhale, return to center. Karen, we look like twins. Exhale, left arm down, over to the side. Inhale, reach up. Reach over to the right side. Take your left arm down to the floor at the right side. And the left hip's going to want to lift a little bit. So just try to go only to the point where you can still keep your left hip grounded and rotate through your torso. Breathe in, breathe out. Look over towards your right side. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep pressing the heel of the hands down. And then walk through the center, all the way through the center with your hands. Walk over to your other side. Pressing the right arm down. Again, the right hip's going to want to lift, so don't go so far that it's going to happen. Just shorten it out. It's fine. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. One more breath. Bring the right arm up. Open out. And rise up to standing on your seats. Great. Breathe up. Arms up. Exhale. Release your arms behind your back. Turn your fingers forward. Lean back. Shake out your legs and switch the cross of the legs. Bring the heels underneath the knees. Adjust the flesh under the sitting bones. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, turn to the right side. Left arm outside, right thigh. Right arm behind you. Maybe a little bit more towards your left side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, turn to the other side. Left arm back behind you towards the right side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, turn to the right side. Lean back a little further. Keep pressing your left hand onto your right thigh down and your right arm behind you. So you're leaning back and side bending at the same time. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, do the same thing to the other side. Use your right hand to press gently into the left thigh. Left arm moves back and behind you. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, walk your hands out. Push your hips back to your heels, relax your neck and shoulders. And then gently, I don't care how you get there, roll over. You can use your hands behind you to come up and stretch into a tabletop position. But go ahead and let the legs come out behind you a little bit. Come into tabletop, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, hips and shoulders width apart. Turn your fingers in towards your knees. Stretch the wrist, the forearm. Tip your belly, arch your back, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, round and curl, top of the foot, shin presses down, hip comes down. Inhale, toes tuck, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, come to neutral. Spin your hands forward, walk them a little forward, push your hips to your heels, open your knees wide, sit in child's pose, and visit this just to know that you can come here anytime you want to or need to in your practice. Spread your arms, so imagine that you're pulling the mat apart from the middle as you spread your pinky fingers towards the outer edges of the mat. Breathe all the way down the sides of the body. Find space, move into space. One more breath in child's pose. Inhale, come to your hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Chest to your thighs. Inhale, come to tabletop and hover the knees for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, sit back in child's pose. Inhale, come to your hands and knees, toes tucked with a little hover. Lift the hips in the air, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop hover. Exhale, knees down, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees, toes tucked, tabletop hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop hover, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come to hands and knees. Send your right foot in between your two hands. Again, the blocks are, it's brightening up outside. Hands underneath the block, underneath the shoulders, on the blocks or on the floor. The right knee is over the ankle. And walk your right foot a little bit more to the right side. Just a little bit more space in the pelvis. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Good. Now, straighten your front leg. Fold over it. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, toes up or down, you choose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rebend. Drop your left hip down. Exhale, straighten. Just a couple rounds, moving forward and back. And then let's make our way back into a bent knee position. Press your hands on top of your thigh. Lift your chest up. Come upright for a moment. Create a little space here in the hip and the thigh area. And then walk your hands down your leg and keep a little of that space open. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, take your left arm under your right arm once, twice, or hug your shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Good. Keeping yourself in this position, go fold forward on the knees, I should say. Stay on the knees and fold forward inside or on top of your right thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, reach up. Release the arms and stretch them overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor blocks, tuck your back toes underneath you. Lift the knee off the floor, straighten the front leg and lift the toes off. Pull the right hip back, lift it forward. Inhale. And fold, exhale. Relax the neck, shoulders. Toes can be up or down. It really depends on you, where you want to be today. One more breath, rebend your front knee. Inhale, look up. Step your right foot to meet your back foot. Plank position, pause and plank. And then lift your hips into the air. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees one at a time. And then find some stillness in your dog. Inhale. And exhale. Now, 2 ways you can do this. More than 2 ways you can do this. Shift to a plank and either drop your right knee and step your left foot forward, or step your left foot forward, then drop your right knee. You choose. Hands on the floor blocks. The blocks are going to give you more space, and that's all that, that's all there is to it. So use blocks. If you don't have them, get them. Breathe in, breathe out. Broaden the collarbones, tuck the tailbone beneath. You get a nice long stretch in the right hip flexor. Yeah. Good. Now begin to straighten your left leg. Toes up or down, you choose. We're not here that long. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. Stay in your lunge. Take your hands to your thigh. Lift yourself up. Come upright. Walk your hand to the crease. And just smooth out some of the skin there and then take it down back to the lunge. Energize the legs. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Take your right arm under your left once or twice. You can just hold your shoulders. Lift the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, arms on the inside or on top of your left thigh and fold. So, you've got the element of balance here as well. So, engage your core and embrace your core. Embrace the imbalances because they help us find balance. Take another breath. Press down, rise up, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks, tuck the right toes underneath you. Lift the right knee up and straighten the left leg and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press the right heel down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. This one we're going to rebend the front knee, look forward, step your right foot to your left foot, top of your mat. Separate your feet, take 2 fists in between to find the width of the hips, the head, the shoulders, relax. Fold over, bend your knees enough that your hands can touch the floor, and then bring in either in line with the toes or a little bit in front of you. Keep shifting the weight towards the balls of your feet, head down, shake it out, yes and no. Tuck the chin to the chest and round your spine. Press firmly through your feet to roll yourself to standing. Take your time. When you get to standing, roll your shoulders back and around a couple of times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way over your head. Exhale, hands to prayer, bend your knees and forward fold. You can have your feet closer or wider. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down, rise up, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, send the prayer to your heart, release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees as much as you'd like. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down, rise up, bring the arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart, release the arms down by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat and turn it on its side. So if you had a clock at the front of your mat, it would read 2 o'clock for your right foot. Get your feet a little bit wider if needed, and bend your left knee, and wider front and back as well as side to side. But front and back, you want to be wide enough that your front thigh is parallel to the floor. Inhale and exhale. And just like we did before, take your hands on top of your thigh and begin. Let's go ahead and straighten the leg for a moment. So put your hands on your shoulders and turn your shoulders forward, torso forward. Good. Now slide your hands down to your hips and just keep that long space here. Just feel the hips. Now press your hands on your hips downward and bend the knee back and keep that lift elevated through the torso. Stretch the arms overhead, inhale. Left leg is bent. Exhale, right arm comes under the left once or twice or hug. Inhale, lift up. Without straightening the leg, forward fold on the inside or on top of your left thigh. Hands down to the floor, hug your left hip into the center line. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more breath here. Listen carefully. Take your arms and unwind them. Left arm stays on the inside. Right arm comes up. Turn your torso to the right side. Breathe. Firm up your thighs. Firm up your feet. Open up your torso. Big breath in. One more breath. Find a little more space. Exhale, fold on the inside. Spin your back foot forward. Take your left arm up to the sky and open to the left side twist. Knee in line with the hip. Legs are active. Knee can be down anytime you need it. One more breath to find a little more space. Exhale, lower the hands. Straighten the front leg. Fold. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can walk your hands forward or back on blocks or on the floor. Just keep your spine in a long position. Keep your leg as straight as you can. Inhale, rebend your front knee, look forward. Plant your palms and step to a plank top of a push-up. Knees can be down. Shoulders over wrist. Breathe in and breathe out. Shift a little forward. Bend your elbows. You can also bend your knees. Go halfway down. Push through. Rest on the top of your foot. Pull your heart center through. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise onto your tippy toes and bend your knees. Look forward. Take yourself to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Empty the breath, forward fold. Inhale, press down to rise up. Bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the prayer to your heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Generous step. And you might want to take it a little bit wider. Right heel could be in line with the heel, the instep, or even wider. Pull your right hip into the center. Lengthen your spine. Good. Rise up. Bring the arms up. Now bring your hands to your shoulders. Turn your shoulders forward. Straighten your front leg. Place your hands on your hip bones. Right in the front. right? And then press down. Good. Bend your right knee. So you keep a little bit of that lift there. Inhale, stretch the arms back up. Exhale, bring the left arm under the right once or twice or hug. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the elbows or spin the torso forward. And bring the arms on the inside or on top of the right thigh. Hug your right hip to the midline. Breathe in, breathe out. Right thigh is parallel to the floor. Left pinky toe is firm on the floor. One more breath. Unwind your arms. Keep the right arm down on the floor or a block. Left arm comes up. Good. So somewhat of a side angle pose. Right hand can be under thigh. Looks good when you breathe. Bring the right hip underneath you a little more, Karen. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. One more breath. Exhale, lower your hands and turn your back foot forward. Left arm stays, right arm opens up to the twist. Reach up and open, get your belly off your thighs, find space. Inhale and exhale. Good, release your hand to the floor. Step to your high plank. Shoulders over wrist, knees lifted, belly in. Bend your arms or bend your knees as well. Inhale, roll through, upward dog, or be on your belly for cobra, or skip it, and let's go to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands to your feet, back of the mat. Forward fold, soften the knees, put the palms down on the floor in front of your feet. Lengthen your spine, inhale, and then fold back down. Release your arms to your back, interlace your fingers, knuckles out in front of you, head down, arms up. Push firmly through your feet, big toe, little toe, ball to the heel. Tuck the chin into the chest. Press down to rise up to standing. When you get up to standing, let the arms drive you back, lift your heart up, broaden the collarbones. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart. Walk your feet in a little bit closer for balance. Lift the right heel up. Open the right heel to the right side. Right foot at the ankle, above or below the knee for tree pose. Point your toes down. Give a little equal suctioning of the inner foot and inner thigh. Open up the hip, open up the knee, drop the knee down, and hug your left hip into center line. One more big breath. Good. Inhale, bring your right leg forward, step down, release your arms for a moment. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. Exhale, open up your left hip. First, firm up your right leg. Then take your left foot above or below the knee, or keep it on the floor. Turn your toes. You can even put it on a block. Whoops, which I probably need to do. Put the foot inside the inner thigh. Stand tall. Hug your hip in. Push firmly through your leg. Yeah, so my balance is challenged today. Woo! One more time, breathe. Release the foot. Separate the feet, release the arms, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Walk your hands forward, inhale. Walk all the way out into a plank position. Pause in the plank position. Bend your elbows and pause in the chaturanga position. Roll through, lift into your upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg in the air and open the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, send your right foot through between your hands. Turn your left foot on its side. Pull the right hip in, bring the arms up overhead, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the knees, take your left arm under your right once or twice. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold on the inside of the right leg. Inhale, release your arms, right arm stays, left arm opens up. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Good, before we go anywhere else, let's walk the right foot a little bit to the middle of your mat now. So you should be possibly dissecting the back leg, heel to heel, heel to instep. Look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg again. Rebend it. Warrior two. Pull your left arm back, shoulders stack over the hips. Check out your right knee. Yeah, there you go. So the knee goes towards the outer pinky edge of your floor, of your leg. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Flip your palms open. Take your left arm down the back leg, right arm up. Lift out of your waistline, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rise up and reach your right arm forward. Reach as far forward as you can go with your torso, and then place the right hand on the shin, the thigh, or a block on its highest height outside your calf. Shoulders will stack on top of each other. Tuck the tailbone underneath you. Open up your heart. Reach your arms up and down in opposition. Make sure that if you're on a block or anywhere else that you're not putting all your weight into your neck and shoulders, right? Think about your feet being strong and lifting your hand off the block, and nothing will change in your torso. One more breath. Look down. Inhale, rise up and reverse. Keep the right leg straight for a breath. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Inhale. Release your hands to the floor. Exhale, spin to the front. Left arm down, right arm up, open up. Sink your left hip down, level out the hips. One more breath. Inhale, lower your hand. Exhale, step to a high plank, pause. Choose to go through your vinyasa sequence or go into downward dog or even child's pose and meet with me and the hips in the air. Inhale, lift your left leg up, open your hip, bend and straight. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Turn your right foot on its side. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend your front knee as you bring your right arm under your left once or twice. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge forward on the inside of your thigh. Hug the left hip into the midline. Don't collapse, just stay with a nice strong spine. Inhale, release your arms, left arm stays, right arm opens up. Walk your left foot a little bit closer to the middle of your mat. Right arm up in the air, take tailbone underneath you. One more breath. Look down at your left toes. Inhale, rise up. Settle in warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend. Pull the right arm back behind you. Left knee in line with the hip. Tailbone beneath you. Knee points towards the pinky edge of the foot. Back foot firm, pinky down on the floor. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, straighten your right leg, bump your right hip towards your left side. Reach out. Inhale, rise up. Reach all the way out. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. You can choose to use a block. Your hand on the foot, shin, thigh, big toe for some of you. That will be a shorter stance. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Lift out of your waistline. Energize your legs, your arms, your torso. Slow down the thoughts. One more breath. Look down. Inhale, press yourself up, reverse. Exhale, rebend your left knee. Inhale. Exhale, spin your hands to the floor, back foot turns. Right arm stays, left arm opens up, twist. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. One more. Look down as you empty the breath, step back, high to low plank, but pause, in each position. Don't just rush through it, so you build some strength and meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet, back of the mat. Halfway lift, empty the breath, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms with you. Exhale, pray to heart, feet where you need them. Inhale, open the right leg, lift the leg up, find your tree. Hug your left hip into the center line. Perhaps you open the arms into a higher stance. Breathe in and out. I'm just gonna mute it. And good. One more breath. Hands to prayer, leg comes down, arms come down. Inhale, keep your weight on your left leg, bring your hands to prayer, open up your weight on your right leg, left leg opens. And then this is my side that I didn't have so much balance on. Let's see what happens second round. Hopefully that has imprinted in my brain. Hug your hip in, maybe you open the arms up. Not so much. And then bring it down. Separate your feet, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk back to your high plank. Keep the weight in the back of the legs towards, till you get into your plank, and then find the plank pause. Let's lower the right knee to the floor for a moment. Take your right hand and keep it on the floor as you spin your left arm up. Stack your shoulders, open your hips. Good. Lift your left leg in the air. Take your left arm over your head. Now, lower your left foot to the floor, keep your left arm where it is, and step your right foot back behind it. So you're in a stacked position. Vashisthasana, side plank variation. One more breath, lift the right hip all the way up. Exhale, lower your hands, spin it around front, lift your hips in the air. Step a little forward, take your right hand to your left foot, shin or ankle, and hug your hips in as you rotate your torso to the left. Release your hands. If you walked in a little closer, step back, find your plank position. Lower your left knee to the floor, turn to the right side, right arm up, right leg up. Stack your hips, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Think about the bottom side of your body lifting up and in, right? You don't want to collapse into your neck, shoulders, wrist. Reach and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Then lower your right foot to the floor and send your left foot back. I'm staggering. I'm bringing my right foot in front, left foot under. But the right hip is on top of the left hip, and the left hip pulls up and in. Spin your right arm over your head. Reach, fingertip to toe tip. Breathe in, pull up on the hip. Empty the breath and find a plank. Pause. Lift your hips in the air. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little closer. Take your left foot to your left hand to your right foot and look underneath your right arm twist. Inhale, release your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Bring your right leg in the air, open your right hip, bend and straighten. Exhale, send your right foot between your two hands, turn your back foot on its side. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, left arm under right once or twice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. The front leg isn't changing. Not yet. Release the arms, left arm up, right arm down. Hug your hips underneath you, look down. Walk your foot towards the middle if it's not, look down. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, settle. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, lift up and out. Reach over your front leg. Right arm down, left arm up. Good, triangle pose. Inhale, rise up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale, release your hands. Left arm stays, right arm opens up. Twist. Now, you can go back to your left knee being on the floor, or plant your right hand down and step your right foot back. Side plank, right arm up. Right arm overhead. Option to put your foot in tree position anywhere except your knee, above or below or even in the air. Let me see what's going on. Good. Okay, one more breath in your side plank. Release your right hand down, turn to plank. Lift your hips in the air, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your feet together, left leg up, inhale. Open up the hip. Exhale, step your left foot through. Turn your right foot on its side. Inhale, rise up, warrior one pose. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, right arm under left once or twice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, release your arms, left arm down, right arm up. Snuggle your left hip more to, or left foot to the middle. Empty the breath, look down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, come back to your warrior two, settle it in. Reverse, or don't reverse, just bring it down. Right arm down, left arm up. Did I do triangle? Left arm up, breathe. I might have skipped triangle on that side, so if I did, you take it. Take the right hand down and step back. Either bring your right knee to the floor or step back into your side plank. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you want to take that top leg into a tree pose, on or off the leg, you choose. One more breath. Lower the hand, lower the foot, downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, rise on your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down, rise up to stand, bring the arms with you. Exhale, send a prayer to your heart. Release your arms by your side, stand in mountain pose for a few breaths here, settling in. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, heel of the foot. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale. Step your left foot back about 2 to 3 feet. Widen your stance so that you're on train tracks, not a tightrope. And you'll know when we get to some of the movements whether you need to close your legs in closer, front and back, and side to side as well. So put your hands on your hips, level it out. Inhale, lengthen out of your rib cage, out of your hips, and fold forward. And stop about halfway. Pull your right hip back and left hip forward. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the length in the body, keep the hips level, and continue to fold down. And then place your hands on the floor or the blocks in front or next to your right foot. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Couple breaths. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. So come back to about a halfway up position. Keep your left hand, let's use it on the inside of the right foot today, on a block if you have it. Right hand to your sacrum, lengthen the spine, rotate to the right, hug your hips in, stack your shoulders and float your right arm in the air. Palm faces away from you. Pull your right hip back and down, left hip forward and up, and rotate through the torso. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. So keep looking for length and moving into the space. One more breath. Empty the breath, hands down. Bend your right knee, put your forehead on top of your knee. Separate your arms, walk them forward, tuck the chin into the chest. Walk your hands together, forward, palms together, cross your thumbs, pinky edges of the fingers on the floor. Lift up and look up into your belly button. Press down firmly through your legs. With a rounded spine, begin to bring yourself upright. Bring the hands to your heart. Exhale, step your feet to the top of the mat. Release your arms. Stay in a nice mountain pose or any position you're in. Inhale, place your hands to your hips. Step your right foot back 2 to 3 feet. It might be wider, it might be shorter. But you just want to make sure your feet are not on a tightrope, that you have the space, at least hips width apart. Keep the hands on the hips. Inhale, lengthen. And hinge forward. It's 11-11 angels. I say that in my classes all the time when we hit that time. Shoulders, hips squared. Good. Level out the hips. Drop the right hip down, left hip up. And then continue to fold and put your hands on the floor of the blocks. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Keep your right hand on the block, put your left hand on your sacrum and come back up about halfway lift. Rotate your torso to the left. Stack your shoulders. Karen, are you going the wrong way? Right, it's an opposite. So the right hand is down, left foot is forward. I'm not sure where you are. Okay, there you go. And then the left arm perhaps comes up. Hug your hips in. See, I love my big screen for that. Maria, widen your back leg further to your bed. Towards, yeah, there you go. 2 more big breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, release, hands fold over. Bend the knee. Put your forehead on your knee. Tuck the chin in. Walk your hands forward and bring your palms together. Cross the other thumb on top. Pinky edges of the foot, a finger on the floor. Press firmly through your feet, round your spine, and then slowly roll up to standing. Exhale, step your feet together, top of the mat, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, have a great day. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step from high plank to low plank. Chaturanga, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Cross your ankles and sit behind your hips or behind your heels. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Lift up the flesh from underneath you. Bend your right knee. Line up your heel with your sitting bone and put a fist in between your foot and your inner thigh, just for space, and then lift your chest up. Keep both hips down on the floor. Open up and broaden the collarbones. Inhale. Left foot is active. Exhale. Good. Now bring your hands to your shin and bring your right leg to your inner left thigh. Let's take the left leg out just a little bit to the left side. And then turn your torso a little bit to the right side. So kind of right down the center. Walk your hands forward and stop at your first point of resistance. Inhale and exhale. Let's keep the left leg active. Turn the toes up. Walk your arms as far forward as you can and keep the hips grounded. Inhale. Exhale. Keep walking long, but turn to your left side. Place both hands, one on either side of your left leg. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. Exhale. Send your left arm to the inside of your left thigh and open your right arm to the side or to the sky. Reach up, reach out. Inhale, rise up, right arm down, left arm up, hips up and open. Exhale, come back to center. Spin yourself forward. Bring your legs out in front of you. Adjust the flesh. Sit up tall. Staff pose, Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Line the heel up with the sitting bone. Hug your shins and get nice length in your body to sit up. Inhale. And exhale. Take your left foot on the inside of your right leg and move your right leg a little bit more to the right, maybe even your left leg a little bit more to the left. If you need a block underneath the knee for any reason, or widen the stance of the angle of the knee if it feels any pressure to you. Walk your hands to the center. Yeah, it's great, Marie. It's like I do it all the time. Inhale. And exhale. So you want to find your longest length without lifting your hips up, without causing your shoulders to go into a turtle shell. Relax the shoulders down. Keep grounding the right hip. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands to the right side, one on each side of your right leg. Inhale. And let it go. Exhale. Right arm on the inside. Inhale, open the left arm up, side bend. Ground your left hip. Really happy to know the sun's starting to shine. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come back. Left arm down. Right arm, right hip up. Open up. Exhale, release your hip, come forward. Turn yourself forward. Adjust the flesh. Inhale, sit up tall, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward and grab a hold of anything you can. Feet, toes, strap, towel, block if you're, flexy. 2 blocks if you're super flexy. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Couple breaths here just to settle in. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rise up. Bring your arms down. Good. Reach your arms out in front of you. Inhale. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your back. And roll down slowly, slowly, slowly to the floor. When you get to the floor, head down, knees in. Make circles on your back. Circle your legs in 2 directions. And reverse. I don't know what the music just meant to do. I don't know. Breathe in, breathe out.
I think my computer just died. So lay on your back, take Shavasana. Namaste.